gentlemen, who am I? I remember when I was 10 years old, I was in a locker room, and this boy came up to me and asked me, "Are you a skater or a blader?" And I looked at him, confused. Did I have to choose between two words to describe who I was? I always had this war going on in my head, several battles between different parts of me. And especially three of them have been present during my entire life. The first battle is the one between the introverted me and the extroverted me. I was pretty shy as a child. I spent a lot of time by myself. I like the real world, but I often prefer the fictional world. And I often had this feeling that my role wasn't in the world, but rather beside it as an observer. So I started to write, and I decided pretty early that I one day want to become a writer. I'm still pretty shy. I still like to retreat to solitude, and I still often feel like an observer. And I've kept writing my entire life. And 1.5 years ago, I released my first novel. So that's the introverted me, but I'm not only introverted. I like to be very social as well. I like to be among people. I often feel that I get more energy from being around people than I get drained from being around people. I love adventures, travels, going to new places, meeting people. So there's often this conflict between the introverted me and the extroverted me. Should I stay at home or should I go to that party? Should I observe the world or should I actively take part in it? But which one is the real me? The second battle is the one between the rational me and the emotional me. I always like math. There's something beautifully simple about it. Right and wrong answers, logical patterns. No matter what goes wrong in life, 1 plus 1 is always 2. So I started studying physics after gymnasium. I like the logic, I like the way it trained my mind to think rationally. But at the same time, I felt bored. Not cognitively, but emotionally. I I could solve a differential equation, sure, but how would that help me to understand loneliness or meaninglessness or the fact that all of this is going to end one day? So I turned to psychology and I turned to philosophy, I turned to literature, to music, to art, to meditation, to people, anything that made sense or didn't make sense, but at least made me feel something. Because that's what I want the most. I want to feel, I want to experience the full range of emotions. I want to connect to people. I want to love and be loved. And I still want all those things because what's the point in doing anything if I can't feel? But I didn't let go of physics because I never want to let go of my rational side. So I've had this battle there as well between the rational me and the emotional me. Which one is the real me? The third battle is the one between the controlling me and the spontaneous me. I've always liked to organize things. I make a list about everything, the most stupid things. I probably wouldn't survive a day without making a list. And I often wish that I could summarize everything on one piece of paper so I could overview the whole world at once. Control. I like control. But at the same time, I hate what it does to me sometimes. Life is too big, it's too complex. And there are just too many things that are out of my hands. So I try to let go. Because I love the feeling of letting go. I love the feeling of not having to control everything. I love the non-controlling me. I love the non-planning me, the spontaneous me. He's so fun and calm and relaxed. He doesn't care what people think about me, or doesn't care what, if anything goes bad, he makes a fool out of himself. He doesn't take life very seriously. But I don't want him exclusively. I'm not one or the other. I'm both. I'm controlling and spontaneous. I'm rational and emotional. And I'm introverted and extroverted. So I have all these different parts of me. And I realized that I don't want any of them to win any battles. I just want them to coexist in peace. So who am I? To be honest, I think I'm more confused now than I was 18 years ago when I was standing in that locker room and had to choose between two words. I still don't know who I am. I don't even think I understand the question. But maybe this confusion is what says the most about me. This unwillingness to accept that there is a simple answer to anything, that the world can be divided into fixed categories. I'm neither an optimist or a pessimist, I'm just mist, constantly changing, constantly trying to spread out, trying to be everywhere at the same time. So I'm a lot of things, and right now I'm very grateful that you've given me 6 minutes of your time. Thank you.